and I've been waiting for it to upload. So anyways, yeah, it's nighttime and I'm doing a live chat because I keep forgetting to do it in the day. So I was like, you know what? We have a nice little background outside. I have a really nice view of the this skyline here. It's quite nice. It's relaxing. And I've been just chilling at night now. My schedule is sort of different like than it used to be. And I figured I would just come on for a bit and just vibe with you guys for a bit. Um, so I was telling you guys quite a bit about um, what it was like in my last few my early jobs in China. But before we continue with that, a lot of people are sending me messages and video clips and news clips of a virus going around in China, and I am not aware of it. My voice is hoarse because of where I was when I got this cold. Okay, I went home, right? Okay, fine, fine, fine. I went home. I went home to Trinidad. So, those who don't know, I am from Trinidad and Tobago. That's where I'm from. So, I went home for Christmas. So, I was there for 2 weeks. It was really amazing. Unfortunately, like I think maybe a day before, so it would have been the day before New Year's Day, which would have been New Year's Eve, I actually got quite sick. And here we are. My voice is still gone. It's not completely back yet. And I was there for 2 weeks. So the very last day that I had work ended on the 21st, the Friday, and by that evening I was flying out. That night I flew out. So I had to come home, finish pack, excuse me, finish pack, and I flew that night. So my flight went from um, my city to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to JFK, JFK to Trinidad, and I did the reverse all the way back. So I flew on the 21st, and you gain a day when you're flying west. So I landed on it was Saturday in Trinidad, but it would have been Sunday already in China. So kind of got a day back, and then I lost a day coming back. So by the time I landed coming when I came back here, I got here on the I left I left China on the 3rd and I got here on the 5th, so I lost a day. It was still the 4th in Trinidad. It's so funny. But anyways, um, so I made it home. Christmas in Trinidad. This was my first Christmas in 14 years. I can't wait for you guys to see the vlog. It'll be really nice. Um, I have a few videos to finish edits, but I'm trying to wait for this one to upload. It's about an hour long. I'm still uploading the video from Beijing. I didn't realize I never actually edited the Beijing video. So that's actually quite nice. I went on the Great Wall, which was really good. I talked to you guys about that. Um, so it was really nice to do that quick vlog for you guys. It was quick to edit and ages to upload. I don't know what's going on with the uploads, you know. It's very strange. I don't know if I chose a different setting when I was after I edited the video or what. But anyways, it's almost done. It's about 18% now. Hopefully it finishes either between tonight or tomorrow, and I will make that one live. So anyways, Trinidad was really good. It's interesting. Whenever I go home, I usually go to a lot of dance parties, a lot of salsa parties you can go to, which I love to go to, no matter where I go in the world. But because it's the holiday season, so because I got there the 22nd, I got there the 22nd. No, sorry, school ended on the 20th. Friday was the 20. Friday 13th December. Okay, so it was the 20th. School ended the 20th. I traveled and I got there on the 21st. Okay, that's what happened. And then Christmas was the Wednesday, 25th. So I didn't get to go into any dance parties really when I got there. And when I flew through JFK, I didn't stop. I went straight through. My flight was a little bit delayed in JFK and I was extremely, extremely exhausted. I had a 16-hour flight from Hong Kong to JFK. And usually it's weird because sometimes I would feel it. I would like really struggle with that 16-hour flight. And this time it was I just slept for most of it, and then I would get up to eat, and then I would go back to sleep. And I found ways to make it really comfortable for me. I don't spend too much time watching too many movies, which is so weird. You would think that you would watch tons and tons of movies, right? But I just didn't. It was okay. Um, I got into a series called The Good Wife. That's an old TV series, but it's quite good. Yeah. Um, what else? I flew with Cathay Pacific. That's actually one of my favorite airlines to fly with. I don't have any issues with them. Um, I mean, it would be so great one day for them to sponsor me a first class ticket. I would love to fly first class with Cathay one day. Just speaking it into the universe, it'll happen for me, you know. So what else? So we went through JFK and then from JFK to actually I edited a lot of videos on those flights. I edited like 15 videos for another channel that I have. It's not related to anything on this channel, so I'm not even gonna link it. Nobody is gonna know about that channel unless they specifically know something about me. But this new channel that I'm doing is not even related to what I'm working on these channel. This channel and my hair channel, it's completely different. It's not even related. So anyways, I edited like 10 videos on that flight. It was 10 short videos, like 3-minute videos. And then I also watched a couple TV series. Yeah, it was good. It was a good flight. Now, one thing I will tell you that happened though, I was supposed to get on the way to Trinidad on the way to New York from Hong Kong. I paid for a specific seat. Actually, no, I don't know if I paid for that specific one. I know for the one coming back, I paid for it. And um, this lady took my window seat. And it was like and I feel like she did not even look at me. I don't know if she was flying with her, her son or nephew or whatever. I came and the two of them looking at me like they did not even look at me. Like, you know, when you know you're guilty and you don't even look at the person because you know you're not supposed to be doing something. That's exactly what happened. So basically, she sat down in my seat, in my window seat. And I could see like it's as if she did that on purpose. She had a million bags by her feet, by the window seats, and then she's sitting down there, like pretending she's like sleeping. I'm like, the flight didn't even, we barely just started boarding. How did you have time to sleep already? She stole my window seat. She comes there. So by the time I get there, she's up in the corner. The guy is in the middle. She's pretending she's sleeping. I would have looked like the a-hole if I'd gone and be like, lady, give me my seat back. Okay, I wouldn't have done it like that, but you know what I mean. And she was a little, I think she was Chinese or Hong Kongese or whoever she was. I looked at her and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna milk this aisle seat for all it's worth. Man, I was up. In fact, it made me realize I was like, I should probably get aisle seats whenever I take a long flight like this. Because I was up and down, getting snacks, stretching my feet, stretching my legs, going to the bathroom. And usually when you're stuck because the window seat is a good place to sleep. But when you want to use the bathroom and stuff, it's a little bit of an inconvenience for everybody, you know? So, She enjoyed her little window seat, but when it was time to use it, I can tell. I was like, I know you need to use the bathroom, but you're clearly not asking for it, huh? So she just sat there in her little window seat. So I didn't make an issue of it. They give you good snacks and stuff on the planes. I was going to get my snacks all the time. I was taking like walks up and around the plane. Usually my feet actually get quite swollen and numb. I started using compression socks because my cousin told me about it. But I've reached a point where I found ways to like keep my legs and stuff at a decent way where it doesn't get swollen. Because I've come back from some flights and my legs would be so swollen, it would be so bad. And my cousin told me, I should be wearing compression socks and stuff. And I actually forgot my compression socks, so I didn't have them, so I could use them anyway. So, but yo, that flight was quite good. But anyways, my trip to Trinidad was really good. I saw friends, family. It was like an interesting Christmas because I haven't had Christmas in 14 years, as I said before, and I think when I was living in Trinidad, Christmas wasn't really celebrated by my family, my immediate family, and I feel like I never really experienced what Christmas like was like with other families in Trinidad because we would be at home chilling with each other. And I feel like this year, cause I stayed with a friend, and she gave me like a taste of what Trinidad Christmas can be like. And I was like, oh, this is different. It's like very festive and fun and a lot of togetherness. I'm like, what is this stuff? Basically, I did like house to house and I carried food for my granny. My friend who I stayed with, she kind of wanted to host my granny at her house and stuff. So, granny, unfortunately declined the invitation. She's really not as mobile as she used to be, and um, I think she just didn't want to be a bother to anybody. But yeah, it was just good to. I hung out with my friend's family for a bit, and then I stayed with my granny for a bit, and then I went to one of my school friends, my secondary school friends. I went to her house. It had tons of people. Like I felt like it had like 30 to 40 people at her house. My friend the last house I went to, I felt like it's like this is a lot. Like it was family and extended family and friends of family and it was a whole gang of people and it was really beautiful to see because I think I'm just not used to that. Uh Trinidad's Christmas is a whole different ball game and the food is different, the what you drink is different, the music is different. So it's such a festive time and I feel like maybe I didn't really capture a lot of it because I actually okay, I vlogged some of Trinidad, but I don't think I vlogged a lot of the Christmas atmosphere. I don't know, in people's homes and stuff, I didn't really feel comfortable like taking video of of things around the house. And maybe I could have just said, hey, I'm just capturing memories or whatever. I could have said that, but not get them in the videos personally. But yeah, pretty much had a good time. I ate a lot of food. Now, guys, I could not wait to come back to China so that I can go back on my 24-hour fasting and just chill out with the food because, oh my God, I wouldn't lie. I do eat a lot when I go home. I fasted a lot before I went home and I fasted and I'm about to start my 20-hour fasting now. So I've been back in China for about 3 days. And I'm actually on a 20-hour fast right now. And I'm also on a challenge for 240 hours of fasting in 28 days. So this is a lot of fasting that's happening here, yeah. Because I need to reset my body. My body needs to come back to itself. So, anyways, where did we reach? But basically, yeah, I was hopping around. I went on like island trip as well. It was like parties on the boats and hung out with friends and reconnected with old friends. It was good vibes. I got to dance 2 times, 2 different parties. It was just really good atmosphere while I was home in Trinidad. And eventually I wrapped it up on the 3rd. So the morning of the 3rd, I left Trinidad and I returned to China. Now that trip was really nice because I stopped off in New York this time. So the first time when I was on my way to Trinidad, excuse me, I was just like, how to put it, I went all the way through. But leaving Trinidad, I actually stopped off in New York for a couple of reasons. Excuse me. One, I wanted to see my cousin and her daughter, and two, I also was a little bit afraid that my airline that I was gonna fly, my first airline from Trinidad, was going to be delayed. It was not. It was actually on time, and I was actually appreciative of that. So I made it to New York. I landed there at 9 a.m. My flight was 6:30. It's a little bit delayed, not too much, but I landed around 9 a.m. and from there I took a taxi from the airport from NJFK. I went into Brooklyn. So that was quite nice. I actually did not vlog anything in New York. I just thought of it. um, my two cousins, my cousin and her daughter, and then my cousin's brother. So my two cousins and her daughter were there. So that was quite nice. To see everyone catch up. We played some games. Sorry, I whooped some behinds in some games, which was really good. We played a game called Sequence, one of my favorite games to play. Very competitive, extremely competitive. So yeah, it was a good time. And then the very next day, sorry, what time did I land? Sorry, I landed at 9. Sorry, that's a lie. I didn't land at 9. I landed after 10 a.m. or something, or 11 a.m. Whatever. My flight was the next morning, so I had an early morning. I checked in. It was fast. I got through really, really quickly. Check-in is always very fast from New York, from Cathay Pacific, and I had a little bit of I had time to have breakfast at the airport. Got on my flight. I feel like I spent a lot of time eating because on the flight we ate a lot. They had a lot of snacks. Like I ate before I got on the plane, but overall it was a good trip. Get back to China. I started getting like all these messages from friends. Even before I left, where was I? I think I landed in Hong Kong, and I started getting messages from friends, and they're like, "Hey, be careful, take it easy. There's this virus, better watch yourself, whatever, whatever." So, um, I do acknowledge that people are concerned, but things are cool here. Um, there was actually something going around before we went on Christmas holiday. A lot of the students at my school and teachers at my school were actually very sick. I did not get sick actually, um, because I was drinking my kombucha and my kefir, and I was not doing that in Trinidad. I wasn't doing any of that. So I think because I was having like a lot of sugary stuff and unhealthy foods in Trinidad, my immunity was like all over the place. So I think it pretty much gave up. After a while, it's like, okay, you're not giving us the nutrition that we're used to, girl. I think we're about to call it quits. And yeah, and I got sick just before New Year's Day, and yeah, I've been battling it ever since. So about a week I've been trying to get over this cold. It didn't come on full. It was just like I was a little bit lethargic at first, and but now it's actually a lot better now. I had fever and stuff. Anywho's, I hope you guys had a great New Year. I sure did. How did I celebrate my New Year? How did you celebrate your New Year? I want to know. I was not feeling well, so I actually went to bed. I heard all the fireworks and I went back to sleep. That's how I celebrated. But how did you guys celebrate your New Year? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope the year is panning out the way you all wanted to. Talk to you later. Bye.